we've had a chance to actually sit down and talk to, and we were really, really excited, really positively influenced by what he had to say. So I want you to think about this not just like a webinar. This isn't going to be your run-of-the-mill webinar, and that's the reason I think that everybody's coming here from New Mexico, from Florida, from Jersey. This is an event. This is one of those kind of things that I think is much better than any of the old webinars that you've seen out there. This is something that I think is going to be a real treat for all of you. Now, all of us that have checked in, we're up over 600 now. Actually, we're almost to 600 right now. So all of you guys that have checked in, what's the most important thing to you? So why did you join this call tonight? Just dump it in the chat box. Let's see. Okay, we got curiosity. That's a good one. Passive income. I like that. Making money. Learn from the professionals. Passive income. Making money. So lots and lots and lots of people are here to learn how to make money. I can tell you when I started this, that's obviously the reason that I started in internet marketing in the first place. I started in search. And when I started, I looked at it and I was like, well, what can I do that's different? I was in graduate school when I started looking into search, and it just seemed like the kind of thing. I followed up on one of those crazy things where I bought a book and it told me I was going to make 60 grand in a week, and it didn't work, by the way. But when I tried to start to do SEO, I think I started a 4X website, and I dumped a really horrible looking website out there, and I didn't know how to get traffic, and I didn't know how to do search. And I sure as hell didn't know how to make a good-looking website. And I dumped it out there, and I spent tons of time on the design, and I threw a couple affiliate links on it, and I didn't make any money. So if you're anything like me, it takes some time, and actually takes some time looking at and learning from some of the really, really smart people out there. So if your number one priority is making money, then this is a training session that you definitely don't want to miss. What Brian is going to present tonight is a simple 6-step formula that anybody can use to leverage and make money online. And that's not something that I had when I started, and I really, really wish I did. And the best part about this is that if you are getting started, or if you're already working online or trying to do something and you're not really having as much luck as you wanted to, you don't need to know how to write. So all those folks out there are like, oh, I need to make my own product. I don't know how to do that. I have to write my own articles. I don't know how to do that. I can't afford to pay a writer. You don't have to be a graphic designer. You don't have to create these super fancy images to look professional. You don't even need to understand sales or marketing. You don't need to spend money on advertising. Now, I know everything that I've said up to this point is probably contradictory to what you've dealt with so far in this niche, or in internet marketing in general. And that's a good thing, and I think that's why you're going to stay on this call and really, really listen to what we have to say. So if you can follow directions, you can follow this six-step formula, and you can begin to make money within a few minutes, even after just listening to this event tonight. This is something that you're going to be able to start right away. I'm going to ask everybody to take a couple minutes, get a pad, get some paper, get a pen, take some notes. I really want you to listen very intently to what Brian has to say. In fact, I'm actually going to give you a minute. Like I said, grab your coffee, grab a pen and paper, grab a cold beverage, whatever you need to prepare yourself and your surrounding to actually sit there and listen to this training. I don't want you to miss out on something this exciting, so take a minute, get your stuff, and then we'll join right back, and then we'll get going. Okay, hopefully everybody is getting their stuff together. I got my cold beverage. I'm ready. Our numbers are looking good. They're up over 700 now, so we got more and more people coming in. So everybody that's on the line, are you guys ready to hear what we have to say? Come on, everybody got their paper, got their pen, everybody ready to roll? Okay, so if you're just arriving, I want to make sure you guys prepare yourselves. Trust me, this is something that you want to hear. So I want to talk first about Brian a little bit. The speaker that we have tonight is Brian G. Johnson. ironically, he was a professional chef. He was a professional chef for 18 years. He actually has an accredited degree by the French Embassy. So if you want to talk a little bit about maybe French cuisine towards the end of the call, maybe that's something that we can do. But he began his internet marketing career with, much like myself, no technical skills, no sales or marketing skills, no understanding of how to launch a website, didn't know how to do HTML, didn't know how to do pay-per-click, didn't know how to code, didn't know how to do any of the things that we as internet marketers think we need to be masters of to make a dime in this business. Now, the fun thing about this is that Brian was able to quit and go full-time internet marketing in 2003, despite all of that stuff that I just talked about, right? All of the things that you think you need to know how to do to succeed, Brian didn't know these things, but he was able to quit his job by leveraging things like SEO, something that we're all familiar with talking about. So if you've ever read anything from Brad, you know that that's something that he started on and has really, really made a mint on over the years, in affiliate marketing. And much like Brad, Brian's driven millions of visitors. In the process, he's earned millions of dollars just selling affiliate products. And he's sold in markets way outside of making money on the internet. Things like Halloween costumes, of all things, tractor trailers, web hosting, domain names, used textbooks, which is surprising. You think you could make money off those. He's made money in the weight loss niche, health and fitness programs. Really, it's actually too many to even mention, but these are niches which don't have anything to do with marketing to marketers or marketing within internet marketing. Brian's also generated over $125,000 just in AdSense alone. He's cashed in with CPA before anybody even knew what CPA was, and he has an incredible understanding of driving traffic, converting that traffic into money, and he has a really, really good knack of taking a complex situation, a really complicated situation, and making it easy to understand for everybody. That's kind of the real reason that we have him on here tonight. Now, in 2008, Brian stopped kind of focusing on just himself and began to share his ideas and strategies when it comes to making money online. He's guided thousands of marketers, just like yourselves and me too, and helped them achieve success and cash in online. Now, he's an author, he's a speaker, he's been a member of the ClickBank Premier program for 3 years running, which is not an easy thing to do, and most importantly, he's the kind of guy who absolutely practices what he preaches. He's not the kind of guy that's just going to come out here and talk about something which he's never even tried. He's just learned from somebody else. He's a guy that's in the trenches. He's doing the exact things that he's presenting. And the fun thing about him is that he's a bit of a mad scientist. He's a little crazy. He's a bit wacky, but he's a lot of fun. So I really think you're going to enjoy it. As I mentioned, he's a master when it comes to driving more traffic and converting that traffic into sales. And really, that's where success is found online. It's in traffic, it's in conversions. So everybody, I really want to give a nice warm welcome over the chat line to Brian G. Johnson, and sit back and listen to what he has to say. All right, Brian? Can't hear you quite yet, Brian. I think you might be on mute.
Hey, everybody.
We got
hey,
lots
it's Brian
of folks
Johnson.
saying hi to you, but I can't.
Coming across now?
There you are.
Hey.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. A lot of controls over here. Thank you so much, everybody, for taking time out of your day to be here right now with me. I'm going to do everything in my power to ensure that your time on this webinar is respected, and my promise to you is before you leave, you're going to have some concrete ideas on how to move forward and get results. And Curtis T at 612, you better believe it, baby. This is live. Now, what I want to know, you've already answered, but I need to feel this. And I'm a very passionate guy about what I do. I've got a lot to share. And what I want to ask you one more time is, what's the most important thing that brought you here tonight? Why are you here? Why are you here on a beautiful day in the summer, in the evening, when it's your time away? And the crowd goes wild with dollar signs and learning about marketing, and knowledge is money, and passive income, and simplicity, and passive income. And I love what Andre said, freedom. Okay? Really, for me, I make a very comfortable living. I could probably make more, but it's really about having the freedom. And once you have the money, you can get the freedom that you're after. And that's really what we're going to dive into tonight. Okay? I'm going to show you a 6-step formula that you'll be able to use by the time this webinar is over, that you can move forward with and make money. One of the things that has astounded me lately is the amount of products that are being sold in internet marketing spaces that don't even have anything to do with the money anymore. Think about that. All the stuff that you see being sold. And the most important thing to you is how to make money, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, I want you to know that what you're about to witness is based on actual events. I've done this, I've walked the walk, and I've done it to ensure that I was able to deliver value to me. Incredibly important. And I'm a bit of a kook. I'm filled with passion. I like rock and roll music. I love to have fun. Very important. I want to help people to achieve success online, and I want to make as much money in the process. Those are the 3 things that really motivate me. So here's what I want to let you know. 90 minutes from right now, you'll have the ability to leverage a passive earning formula that you'll be able to implement immediately after this webinar. And this is the same formula that consistently puts 4-figure residual income straight into my bank account month after month after month. And again, this is outside the internet marketing niche. And what really is inspiring for me and exciting for me and gratifying for me is the fact that it's producing some incredible paydays for average, everyday folks who are now making some serious money for the first time ever. This formula is based on 438 days of scientific experiments. You're going to see that tonight live. I'm going to show you so many examples. I'm not going to just tell you what to do. I'm going to explain it in detail. One woman asked, are you just going to try to sell me something, or are we really going to learn? I am going to give you everything I got. This is your time. And with that, I want you just to sit back and imagine what your life could be if you could make 4, 5, 6 figures a month, a year passively. If you could really achieve success online, would that make a difference? Because that's what I want for you. Okay? Now, my ultimate goal has always been to set something up once quickly and easily and get paid over and over again. And I've been doing just that for years. And one of the things you're going to see tonight is I really break it down to the core fundamentals. This internet marketing stuff can be very complex. There's a lot of moving parts. And one of the things I've been able to do after 12, 13, 14 years online is understand how to focus on the critical elements to get the success that I want. And that really begins with traffic and conversions. If you can't drive traffic, it doesn't matter. If you can't convert the traffic, it doesn't matter once again. I'm going to show you exactly how I'm doing that right now today, as in money that I made just minutes ago. And I'm going to make money during this webinar, and I'm going to show you how. Now, this is some past earnings from driving traffic to affiliate offers. Imagine 1,417 sales selling costumes. I was like a small costume retailer out of my home. And here you can see a screen capture, $118,000 with AdSense. And this is a screen capture affiliate earnings from eBay. And I've sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hosting accounts, and every one is worth $100 to me. And I'm showing you these because it's important that you know that I know what I'm talking about. I'm not here to brag. I'm an ordinary guy, but I've done it, and I want you to get the results. So I need to demonstrate to you that, you know what, I've done it too. This is how I'm moving forward. And in 2008, I started to coach and mentor people to help them get results. And what I found is this: if you really want to make money online, if you want to really, make a change for your life for the better, You want to find someone who's walking the walk and talking the talk, and you want to pretty much copy what they're doing. And I'm going to give you a chance to do that tonight because we're going to talk about the revenge formula. Okay? Now I'm going to sip a little bit of water, and I'm really excited that you guys are here. What the heck is the revenge formula? Well, you see, for a long time, I've been making money with SEO, and I wanted a new change. And in 2012, I kind of just cleared the deck. I took a break, I took a step away, and I reinvented what I do. And that's what we're talking about tonight. And I want to let you know that this is my formula for making passive residual money right now in 2013. And I believe it's going to have a much bigger impact than the courses that I've put out in the past. And the reason why is I'm just openly sharing this information on webinars, on my website. I'm just giving this away, and I know it's going to have an impact, and that can be you. What I know is so many people are going to move forward with this, and you have an opportunity to do just that. So why did I make that change in 2012? Well, the bottom line, if we're honest, is that, you know what, SEO is more complex. It's more challenging. It takes longer to see results. You need a website. You need a blog. You need to understand WordPress. You have to install WordPress. You need to write plugins. You need the right configurations. Google is changing at a rapid pace. You have to keep up with the updates. You need to build links, but the right kind of links, not too many links. Worry about, it's just complex. And for a guy that got started, I mean, I got started in 1999, and when I got started back in the day, it was easier. And I wanted to go to a place that I was able to dial back the clock, think about it as the internet marketing hot tub time machine, and get results like it was so much easier back in the day. Now, I'll tell you, I still have a blog. I still drive traffic. I still make sales. It works, but it's not as quick. And I just wanted to figure out something new. That excites me, is to tinker and fiddle and tweak and test. And most frustrating is Google. Now, this is what Google says. This isn't what Brian Johnson says. Google says avoid cookie-cutter approaches such as affiliate programs. Well, you know what? Dang nabbit, that's a problem. If your number one source of monetization is through an affiliate program, that is a big hurdle. Google doesn't really like affiliate programs. And for a long time, I tried to skirt and just make Google happy. I don't worry about Google anymore, not with this system. And like I said, it's just not as dependable as it once was. It's more complex. It's more time-consuming. And that's me in Austin, Texas, kind of a little crazy, a lot of passion, really excited about what I do. And I was really forming the plan that would carry me throughout 2012 to come up with a plan of action that was not dependent on Google. That was really where it started. I want to figure out how to make money online. I do not want to be dependent on Google. However, this is an important clause. If I get traffic from Google, great. I just don't want to depend on them. So what did I do? Well, first of all, I got to tell you, 2012 was challenging. Have you ever tried to completely reinvent yourself? It's like you're, let's say maybe you're a professional chef like I was, and all of a sudden now you're going to be a CPA tax attorney. Holy buckets, how do you do that? How do you go from SEO to something brand new? I just moved forward. And one of the things that I was seeing, and I want to ask you guys, as we move forward, I'm going to start asking you some questions, okay? What I saw in 2012 and what I still see today is the merchant blues. And this is exactly what the merchant blues looks like. Now, back in the day, my MO was pretty simple. I find a physical product. I find a keyword that is very targeted. So if it was costumes, like, Brian was registering DraculaCostume.net or FairyCostume.org or Candy Corn Witch Costume, and I was driving hundreds of thousands of visitors and making money. But slowly, I think Google got really smart. They didn't try to identify affiliates. They just said, let's just make it really easy for merchant sites to rank, and that'll just wipe out the affiliates. We don't have to chase them anymore. And if you look here, 12-cup coffee maker, Walmart, Amazon, Target, Bed Bath & Beyond. Where is there room for an affiliate marketer? Here's the problem. There isn't any. There's no room. So what I decided to do was piggyback off of Amazon. Now, I want to let you know, as we move forward, this is about marketing. I want to make that clear. Really, it's about marketing. It's about reports and outsourcing. If you don't want to write, you don't have to. Now, in February of 2013, I released a 1,200-word report. I was able to do this in about 6 hours, start to finish. I didn't write it. I didn't create a cover. I outsourced the entire project for less than $100. Do you guys want to see what that is? Anybody want to get some insight here? And here's where we're going to start. I hope this is making sense, right? I mean, here we're really going to start digging in. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we got here, guys. All right, awesome. 700 folks here. Welcome if you just jumped on board. So here's the report, right? First of all, it was a report on space. I want you to think about what 1,200 words means. Anybody here ever outsourced an article? And you guys, help me out. Like I said, this is interactive. I'm going to give you 180%. Just try to keep up with my energy and passion. Have you ever outsourced an article? And if you have, how much did you pay? And how many words did you get back? And just type in the comments for me. So how much did you pay and how much? $5 for 500 words. $3 for 500 words. So if all you need is 1,200 words, holy smokes, you can get done for 20, 30 bucks. You might really pay someone over the top and spend, 25 or 40 bucks or something. It's very, very reasonable. Okay? Here's the book. It was a book. And this is Kindle, but it's not Kindle. Okay? If you are excited about Kindle, well, stick around because holy smokes. But the problem is when I got started, so much of the information that I found, it's frustrating, guys, because it slowed my progress. First thing I thought is I'm an author. No, I'm not an author. I want to make money. That's why this is about the marketing. And really, these 6 steps are gold. It took me a long time to figure this out. I'm going to hand it to you right now, and I'm going to explain every step of the way. Okay, why a children's book? Because it's short. It's easy. Have you ever started something in internet marketing and not finished? I have all the time. I've got internet marketing ADD. But the good thing about a children's book is I can get that sucker done really fast. I can outsource it. I can hire someone to do the cover. I can do a little bit of market research, and I'm making money. That is exciting, and that's why I'm going to kind of show you and guide you through some ideas about a children's book on this webinar tonight. And we're going to go much deeper than just children's books, okay? Now, like I said, I didn't write the book. In fact, I'm going to show you lots of proof tonight. I'm going to show you lots of examples. I'm going to explain exactly how I did the most important things along the way. If you want success, figure out what's most important to get the results you want and do those things. Things like a good cover, we're going to talk about it. Things like how to get the content, we're going to talk about it. Things like how to do reviews the right way, we're going to talk about that, okay? We're going to do all these things this evening. Now, again, this is not about being an author. When I got started, this is the path I took, and it slowed my progress. This isn't about writing book after book. Now, if you want to write, congratulations. And I really ask that my students do that. When they come to me for additional training, I say, I want you just to do a few. But no, you don't have to. It's up to you. But if you're willing to write, that's fine. And I want you guys to think that Amazon and Kindle are the bank. It's 2 opportunities in one, and that's what's so powerful. If you can't drive traffic, Amazon can. And we're going to help Amazon do just that tonight. I'm going to teach you how. And Kindle is kind of the method. It's the thing that we're going to do. Okay? Now, what kind of earnings can we expect to see? Well, here is one book that I'm going to share with you tonight. And here are the earnings in one single month. $987.50. How many are you going to publish? Here's another book. This is a different book, 1 month's earnings, and I made $452. How many do you want to publish? 2, 10, 20? This is very scalable. You can get started on a shoestring budget. You can get up to $500, $1,000 a month, and before you know it, you can quit your job. I believe that. I've seen people do that, and I want that for you. Just imagine what it would be like in your life if you had $452 that came through an account month after month, and that was just for one book. This is where internet marketing gets real. Here's another book, $586, that's monthly earnings. And you know the book I shared with you guys, the space book, that was 1,200 words? That book is averaging over $200 a month. I was done in 6 hours. Does that sound exciting to anyone? I mean, guys, for me, that is pure gold. And you know why I decided to go with Kindle? Because it was the easiest, quickest way to get to the money. I don't care about being an author. I don't care about Kindle. I don't care. You know, I've always looked for the path of least resistance, and I've gone straight to the money. If you don't want to write, you don't have to. You just say, how can I do that thing over there? Because there's that pile of money, and I'd like some, please. So, okay, how do I get to it? Let me give you an example. You might not want to put yourself on video, but does that mean you can't make videos? Well, you can make videos all kinds of different ways. I want you to start thinking about how you can say yes to an opportunity if you're here for the money tonight, okay? Are you guys feeling this? Are you feeling my passion? Thank you for showing up. I love my job. I love helping people, and we are going to keep going. This is how I roll. Now, you know that space book? Like I said, when this is real, those are the earnings from June 2013, as in like 20 days ago. I made $228.28. That book paid for itself in about 10 days. Now, when I started, it didn't always work like that. You guys have the benefit of being here after I've spent a year and a half testing. This is the results of the 6 steps I'm about to reveal. Now, I've got lots and lots of books, and I hope you're as excited as I am because I love this. I love opportunity. I'm so grateful that I was able to fire my boss back in 2003, and I was able to walk away from a job that paid me $35,000 a year. And today I've made that in a week in a number of different ways. Now, let's start talking about it. How do we make this happen? A lot of people, they come with this notion about Amazon. I'm excited about Kindle because Amazon's going to sell it for me, and that's true. But here's where I want you to start thinking, okay? Amazon's job is to sell books. And if they see a customer that's shown an interest in a certain type of a book, like let's say a smoothie book, they're going to find the smoothie book that makes the most money for Amazon, and they're going to promote that book. So it's very important that you follow these 6 steps to do a better job than the people that are already in Amazon. And when you do that, Amazon will promote your book all day long, and it's a hell of a ride. Okay. Now, what are the consumers thinking that are ultimately going to buy the book? First of all, I don't want you to freak out about, like, I can't do a book. I know it's scary. Just try to walk through that barrier with me, okay? I do it all the time. I confront my fear all the time because I want more. I like to push through. And the thing about the consumers is they're not looking for like a Pulitzer Prize-winning edition, 45,000 words, based on the research of your life that took 10 years. If they want the right book, and it's a children's book, well, it shouldn't be too many words. It should be filled with lots of pictures. And most of the people, when I got started, they were all like, fiction, or yeah, fiction, fiction. There's more money in fiction. And that's true. I'll tell you right now, they are correct. But here's the thing. If the piece of pie, if the Amazon Kindle pie is $100 billion and the nonfiction is $40 billion, you think you can extract some of that $40 billion for yourself? Well, Well, I certainly have. I'm living very comfortably, and I'm doing nonfiction. Why did I do that? Because it's easier. What I've done with the 6 steps is break it down to make it as easy as possible for people to get results. And I've done that for a very specific reason, because when you do something, when you create an asset, when you publish, you know, internet marketing is a publishing business, yet nobody wants to write. So how do we figure it out? Well, when you move forward and you're able to finish and publish, you've got an asset. And again, nonfiction simplifies. Now, the 6 steps I'm going to walk you through, they must be followed in order once you understand my entire system. But you just showed up. You don't know how my system works. And what I've learned over the years as an internet marketing coach, as someone that helps to support people on their path to success, is the thing that really stops so many people is writing. And the thought of writing a book is too much. So we're going to go straight to step 5, which step 5 of my 6-step formula is how to create books. And I'm going to walk you through how to create a children's book so you can get the dang thing done and published. And once you've done that once, you're going to have a lot of confidence. You're going to like feel excited. You're going to be like, yeah, I did it. And you're going to be really blown away when you see you've made some sales. I've had people jump in, do what I'm teaching tonight, and make sales within 10 days. They read some stuff, they watched a few videos, they attended a webinar, and they published, and they're making sales. You can do this. So how do we do a children's book? Well, first of all, I like to get started with a simple nonfiction subject. And the reason why is so much of the work has been done. I don't have to be creative. I don't have to tell a story. I don't get confronted with writer's block because, again, I'm finding information that's already available. I'm rewriting it, or I'm paying someone. I'm doing some outsourcing, and they're rewriting it. And nonfiction makes it much, much easier. Okay? Now here, if I jump to Amazon, you can see popular categories. We have animals, arts and music, computers. So maybe I do a children's book about kids and an iPad, you know, the beginner's guide for your child and the iPad. Or maybe I would do a children's book about dolphins, okay? Does anybody have an idea on a possible good subject that you could move forward with? I'm saying, Zach, that you can make money in fiction and nonfiction. I do nonfiction. Anybody, dinosaurs, that's actually a great subject. And I've got a few books on dinosaurs, and they're making me money. Puppies, cat care, safari animals, very good, Jim. I've got one on Alaskan animals. It does pretty good. Cows, soccer. These are all really great examples. And again, if you want to do fiction, that's okay. If you're already doing Kindle and you're doing fiction, that's cool too, because you can use these 6 steps to better your marketing. I just like nonfiction because it's a bit easier. Okay, so how do we get started? Well, let's just say we're going to create a children's book about butterflies, right? So I go to Google and I search for butterflies. Now again, we're doing nonfiction. So right away, Wikipedia shows up. They've got an amazing article on butterflies. And that makes the process so much easier. Notice we've got this table of contents. They talk about the life cycle of a butterfly and how there's actually 4 stages, eggs and caterpillars and pupa and wing development. And they talk about habitat, where they live. They talk about flight and migration. They talk about defense, all these amazing subjects. And this is just a small part of the bullet points. And what I do is I open up Word or Pages. So in other words, I just create some notes. I create some bullet points based on these bullet points. And I say, well, if I'm going to create a nonfiction book about butterflies, I should talk about eggs and caterpillars, of course. Now, I could probably figure some of this stuff off the top of my head. But by being able to go to Wikipedia, it's all right there. And again, I'm not copying the article at Wikipedia. I'm simply finding an outline and structuring a book outline that I'll use as I move forward. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, and I'm going to grab a little bit of So, Andrea, we'll talk more about numbers as we move forward. That's step one. Right now, I just want to show you how to create a book and whatnot. Okay, so here we are. There's a lot of great articles. There's so many subjects that you could create books on. And if we're going to create a children's book, we're going to need some images. And the good news is you can find so many amazing images that won't cost you a cent. You can actually get started with Amazon Kindle and never spend a cent. And you can go from zero to money in your pocket. That is powerful and exciting. You don't need a domain. You don't need hosting. You don't need all this stuff. Now, some of you have got Amazon Kindle Elite. And like I said, we're going to talk about niche research. We're going to talk a lot of marketing as we move forward. But right now, I just want to show you how to make a book. Because it doesn't matter if you don't make a book, right? I mean, if you don't publish, it doesn't matter. So we're going to start here first. So here, I've gone to this website. It's called commoncreatives.org. And I'm on the subdomain, so I'm at search.commoncreatives.org. And I can highlight and search for videos and images and whatnot, and I can select different websites to pull those images from. So here, I've entered in the word gray wolf, and I've highlighted Flickr. Now, you can see in this yellow box, I've got ticks for use for commercial purposes and modify, adapt, or build upon. So what that means is I can use these images. I don't have to pay for them, and that's awesome. Now, when I searched for gray wolf, I was floored by the quality of the pictures. In fact, I found images that were sourced from a national park in the United States. I think it was Yellowstone Park. So the scenery was phenomenal, and they had these amazing pictures of gray wolves. Doesn't that sound like a great picture for a children's book about wolves? Absolutely. And, would a 9 or 10-year-old be interested in that, or a 7-year-old? Absolutely. There's a lot of ways to move forward. So at this point, I move forward. I create a bulleted document that I've got, and it's got all this information on butterflies, from larvae, caterpillars, flight, migration, defense, all these different bullet points. And I can go through and I can find pictures that are based on the bullet points, and I can save those. Then I can also take that Word document that's really the book outline, and I can send that to Elance or Freelancer. I can hire someone to write the book for me. And if you're going to do that, then you're going to want to create some additional verbiage for the person you're going to hire. So at the top of the document, I would say this. And this is important, so take these notes, okay? Please take this down. Mr. or Mrs. Outsourcer, I'm looking for a 750-word to 1,000-word report for children. I don't care if it's 800 words or 1,000. I'll pay you based on how many words are in the article. I want you just to finish when you feel it's done. Of course, the minimum is 750 words, maximum around 1,000. I've included many bullet points, and I want to make sure that you go ahead and you include information in the report that's written for children on these bullet points. This is going to be a report for children on butterflies. Now, since it's for children, make sure the sentence structure is simple, non-complex, easy to read, and so on. Also, I don't want to see paragraphs that are more than 3 sentences. You want to have short text blocks followed by a picture. 2 or 3 sentences, a picture. 2 or 3 sentences, a picture. And when you send that to the outsourcer, what you're doing is you're giving them very detailed instructions on exactly what you want. One of the things I've seen is a lot of people move forward and they pay someone to outsource and they don't really understand what they want themselves. They really haven't spent enough time. Now, it's not really hard. It takes a bit of time. You can probably get this job done in an hour, and then you can feel great about the fact that someone is going to write that report for you. And when you give them those kind of instructions, along with all those bullet points, you're going to get a great piece of content back that you can use to create that children's book. Okay? Does that make sense, guys? And I'm sorry I'm going fast. I've got a lot to cover. I'm going to do the best I can. Okay? And again, we'll try to get you guys a replay. A lot of information, and unfortunately, I'm going to try to give you more over a shorter period of time. So hopefully that'll work. Again, guys, work in Word or Pages. Pages is for the Macintosh system. And you want short text blocks, and you're going to find images based on your bullet points. And it should be easy to read, and it should be interesting for the child, and at the same time, you have to appeal to the parent in this particular case. Because who's going to buy the book? The parent. And the parent has to feel this is a good book, this is educational, this is going to help my child to start reading, I feel good about this purchase, boom, and they buy it. And the child has to be excited. So dinosaurs, great. Crazy sea creatures that actually exist, great. Those are all good ideas, okay? Now, at this point, you've created an asset. That's so exciting. It's not that hard. Imagine, if you do SEO or blogging, you've probably written lots of blog posts that are 500 words. This is like 2 blog posts and you're done. And you can publish. And there's a hummingbird right up my window. And that would be a great children's book. But, it's exciting because you've got an asset now. It can be sold on Amazon. And you can rinse and repeat this time and time again. Now, so many people fail not just because they don't finish, they don't create an asset, but they don't understand how Amazon works. Or so many people fail because they choose the wrong topic. That's really important. We're going to talk about topics in just a minute. And a lot of people fail because they go into author mode. You don't want to be an author. You want to be a publisher. You want to be organizing. You want to be having people do stuff for you and so on. Okay, the 6 steps of the revenge formula will guide you through the pitfalls and traps that many people have encountered and that you may encounter. Let me tell you, when I got started, again, it took me so much time. It was difficult. I made lots of mistakes, and I kept on improving. This system helps you to get to the money sooner, okay? Now, here's what we're going to do. So I've kind of given you a simple method that you can use to move forward and create a children's book. Hallelujah, you can get it done, you can create an asset. And now we're going to go back to step 1, and we're going to go through the 6 steps in order. I'm going to show you how to do the marketing to ensure success. And really what we're going to do is we're going to help Amazon to sell a bunch of our products. And that sounds kind of crazy, but listen, they will do it happily all day long, and they'll pay 70% royalties. If you're leveraging Google, the business model at Google is to highlight and categorize and really bring to the top the best websites on the internet, right? People go to Google. Google gives people the best websites on the internet. People go to Amazon to buy products. Where do you think it's easier to make money? For me personally, Amazon all day long. And when I say we're going to let Amazon to sell our book, we're going to help Amazon, I have seen this email so many times. I've probably seen this email 6 times. Have you guys ever heard that the money is in the list? What would you like to borrow Amazon's list? Well, here Amazon sent one of my marketing friends, you can see at the top, Matthew J. Quick, an email. Now, Matthew was helping me with some promotional stuff for this product that I've got, this coaching program. And he went in and he was doing some research about my books. And Amazon saw him poking around about smoothie recipes. And what did they do? They sent him an email at about 4 in the morning. That's when the emails go out. And the number 1 product that they featured was my book. So step 1, everything begins with understanding that you need to find a niche that's already established in Amazon. If you want to make money, then you're going to select a niche that's already popular. One of the mistakes so many people make is they just create a book based on how their heart pitter-patters. And I support that wholly. If you're really passionate about some topic, great. But if you're here to make money, then you better make sure that money is being spent. Doesn't that make sense? But, sometimes it takes a few tries before you understand that. So step 1, what we're going to do is we're going to analyze categories within Amazon.com, Kindle categories. And we're going to select categories that basically pass my criteria. And what we're looking for are 3 books and the top 10 results of any category that have been published for at least 60 days. Does anybody have an idea why we're looking for 3 books that have been published in a category? And we're looking for, again, not just books, but best-selling books in a category. Best-selling books within a category that have been published for at least 60 days. Hot topics, competition, demand, what's working. You guys are close. That's good. It's not quite there. Let me give you a clue. What do consumers love? Because basically Amazon just does whatever the consumers love. No, it's not refunds. Consumers love stuff that is new, right? New. A new iPad, the new Star Trek movie, a new Kindle, a new book. So because consumers love things that are new, Amazon pushes out and promotes new books harder than established books. So what we're going to do is we're going to eliminate new books to ensure that books, the category that we're going to choose is based on books that are continuing to sell well after the new period is worn off. Now, how do we do that? Well, all we need to do is find 3 books in the top 10 of any best-selling category that have been published for at least 60 days with an Amazon bestsellers rank of 15,000 or below. Now, if it's a children's book, it's 25,000. That's what you're going to want to look for. So what does this do for us? Why are we doing this? Well, this ensures that you're not creating a book, that you're not lifting a finger, that you're not paying anybody anything until you've identified what I like to call a selling topic, right? Now, here you can see every single product page on Amazon has product details. And if we look at this result right here, we see the Amazon bestsellers rank right here. It's 57,000. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to look at bestsellers in a category. And they're very easy to find because if you search for something like smoothie recipes, you find product details, and you click one of these links. These are the best-selling category links right here. And all we need to do is click that, and here you can see it says Amazon bestsellers. This is not rocket science. It's not hard. If you're just getting started, it might sound like a lot, but really after you look at this a bit, it comes pretty quick. And what we're doing here is we're understanding and we're coming up with rough category averages for how much money is going through a category. So if you can identify that carpentry is a terrible category and hardly anybody is buying a carpentry book, well then you're not going to create a book on chicken coops. Even though it's big on ClickBank, it might not be big on Amazon. Okay? Does that make sense, guys? I want to give you that information again. So write this down. You're going to find 3 books in the top 10 of any category that have been published for at least 60 days and have an Amazon bestsellers rank of 15,000 or below. If you find that, the category is qualified. And you can move forward knowing that a lot of people are buying books that are published to this category. You're stacking the deck in your favor. Does that make sense to everybody? So Patricia says, how do you know the exact number of days? When you look on Amazon, you can see the date the book was published. Okay, so you can see the day the book was published, and a little bit later we can take a little further look if we get an opportunity to. So that's step 1, and we're identifying a category that's a winning category and so on. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this, guys, what we're doing ultimately is we're building a better mousetrap. We're creating a better book with better marketing. What we're going to do is we're going to drive more traffic. We're going to convert more buyers based on step 3. We're going to talk about step 3 in probably about 6 minutes. We're going to talk about reviews. We're really doing things just a little bit better along the way. And I'm not going to talk about every single thing that you can do with Amazon because honestly, it's a waste of your time. Instead, if you prioritize and you focus on the core elements, you're going to do much better. So that's step 1, and it helps you to identify the selling category. So step 2 is traffic revenge. Now this is fun. You guys are really going to get a lot out of this. I know you are. I'm confident that you're going to enjoy this. You see, I'm going to help you drive more traffic to your book at Amazon, through Amazon, as well as Google. You know, and when I got started, I heard all kinds of stuff about how you should title your book. That's what Traffic Revenge really is, how to title your book to drive about 25% more traffic than most self-publishers. And I heard, you know, you have to pay attention to the categories. It's all about the categories. And I said, okay. I wrote it down on a piece of paper, and I studied categories. And then someone said, no. It's not about the categories. It's about keywords. But not just any keywords. It's about the Amazon keywords. And I said, okay, that sounds logical. I'll write it down. And then someone else stood up, another guru, said, oh, but wait a minute. Whatever you do, don't pay attention to the Google keyword tool. Now, that was the first time I said, well, hold the boat. Because coming from SEO, I know I can drive traffic quite easily, and that's just more traffic, and that means more money. So this is how we do it. There's my smoothie book. When I launched that book, I targeted a bunch of different keywords, and I'm going to break it down for you. The primary keyword I'm targeting is smoothie recipes. That was my primary target. I wanted to do well in the Amazon store for smoothie recipes. Okay? Now, I also wanted to do well and soon for smoothie recipes for weight loss. And I was in the top 3 results for smoothie recipes for weight loss probably in 2 or 3 days. Very, very easy based on this tactic. And here you can see, I've actually searched for smoothies for weight loss book, and I'm number 1. Gosh, I feel bad for that Google guru. I feel bad for the guru that thought, you know, don't pay attention to the Google keywords because it's just easy traffic. That's a number 1 search result. And here's a different search result, similar but different. Again, I've got a number 1 listing. And if you search the entire Amazon store, I'm number 2. Not just the Kindle store. There are over 2,128 books, and I'm number 2. How did I do that? I'm going to explain it in detail in about 20 seconds. Now, I want to let you know, do you guys see this book right here? This guy's making some mistakes. And I know for a fact they could be earning more money, and I'm going to explain that when we get to step 3. Okay? Okay, I think, yeah, Google Guru. I think someone said no sound, but you guys can hear me okay? I'll explain about Hannah Getty as we go. It's a pen name. And really, remember, I'm outsourcing, and I'm coming up with ghost names, and that's very easy to do. So I think I just answered that question. Hannah Getty is basically a pen name that I invented. Okay. Remember my space book? Well, check it out. If you search, again, the entire Amazon store, there are over 700,000 results, and I come up number 4. Now, what's really cool is I was the number 1 result for the entire month of March. I was also the number 1 result in the entire month of June, and I made that happen based on the 6 steps. I also want to let you know, notice here that I'm a number 1 bestseller. This book is a number 1 bestseller for about 40% of the time it's been available. Right now, if you were to look, it would be number 4. At least it was number 4 in my category, okay, about an hour ago. And I'm hanging out with National Geographic. It's all based on what I'm sharing with you. And this kind of tactic is really, really powerful. That book has generated as much as $987 in 1 month. So how did I do it? Well, first, I identify a target keyword phrase, okay? It's the primary keyword, and that is smoothie recipes. And I was also targeting smoothie recipes for weight loss. That is the first half of my book title. So all of my book titles have a part 1, where I target the primary keywords, and a part 2. Now, if you're targeting, if you're old school, if you're blogging in SEO, I like to think about this as the title tag, part 1, and part 2 is the meta description. The meta description further describes the book and incorporates a number of additional phrases and singular words. The daily diet, cleanse, green smoothie, detox, and book. Okay. Now I added book for a very specific reason, to drive more traffic, and again I'll explain that as I'm moving forward. So part 1 is an exact keyword that I find at Kindle. So here you can see I'm at the Kindle store. Now if you guys have Amazon Kindle Elite, you can use that software and it'll save you time. But the process is exactly the same. And how you start using that tool, and you name your books, and you're looking for not just singular, or not just a phrase, but singular phrases, and you're using 2 parts, it's much more powerful. So we go to Kindle, and we add in one word that best describes the book we're going to create. So I drop in smoothie, and I see smoothie recipes, comes up very high. I see smoothie recipes for weight loss. And right away I notice that people are looking for recipes, and a lot of people are searching for weight loss. So I choose smoothie recipes for weight loss, and that's the part 1 of my book title, right? It makes a lot of sense. Now, when somebody searches Amazon, the results are based on relevancy. So my book is incredibly relevant for smoothie recipes for weight loss, etc. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. Now, from that point on, I've identified part 1 of my title, and now what I need to do is I need to come up with part 2. So I go back to the keyword tool, and I add my singular phrase, or I'm sorry, singular word that best describes the book I'm going to create, and I scroll through the alphabet. Smoothie A. Smoothie B. I see smoothie books. But does that really make sense? Am I going to title my smoothie book Smoothie Books? That's retarded. Of course not. So I only pay attention to the keywords that make sense and are very relevant for my book. I get to smoothie C, and I see cookbook, and I write it down. And I get to cleanse, and I go, oh yeah, that's a great keyword, singular phrase. I write it down. And I go through the alphabet. It takes me about 6 minutes, and I've got enough information to create a second part of the title. And that's exactly what I did. Now, from here is where it gets really fun and exciting. Because Google is just there, and they want to send traffic to the best authority sites. And you're now part of Amazon. It's wonderful. You publish a book, you're really creating a page on Amazon. And the best part is the title of your book is the title tag. So I go to Google, and I know that my primary target is going to be smoothie recipes, so I drop it in. I want to see what people are searching for. I'm trying to identify, are there some other phrases or singular keywords I should incorporate into my title? I see smoothie recipes with yogurt. Well, who cares? That doesn't sound like a buyer to me. Or smoothie recipes for kids. Who cares? So I add in the entire phrase, smoothie recipes for weight loss. And I look through and I go, oh, boom, book. You're darn right. I add the word book to my title. And in doing so, you saw the results I got. It's not hard. It doesn't take any more work. This took me about 6 minutes. It's just a matter of going to Google and understanding how to apply my 6 steps. Here we go again. Smoothie B, and there it is. Smoothie banana? No. Who cares? Book. So you're going to write down any more keywords that you find from Google, and before you decide on your ultimate title, you should pay attention to Google, and especially words like book, report, course, information, because these are the kind of phrases where people are really looking to dig into further information and so on. Does that make sense, guys? Do you think you can, after this, do you guys see how you could drive more traffic and it wouldn't be that much more work by just paying attention to what's happening at Google? I hope so, because this is just works really, really well. All right, so guys, let's do this. I hope you're getting a lot out of it. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. I love talking about this. It's a lot of fun. Now, have you guys seen the silly commercial? It's like, hey, do you like money? And there's a little baby, and the baby's like, no, man. It's throwing money at the late-night comedian. Step 3 is the money multiplier, and you will be amazed at how much more money you can make by just applying a few simple tactics. Okay? Basically, we're going to switch now from niche research and driving more traffic into conversions. That's why this is the money multiplier. When I launched that smoothie book, I launched it in September of 2012. Notice there's 5 customer reviews. I think today I saw there's 42 now. 42 reviews based on using this system. And the cover is horrible. I didn't think it was horrible when I started. Oh, golly, that's pretty good. When I look at today, I say it's too complex. There's 2 borders. There's a thing in the middle. It's almost too clever. It's hard to read the title. All the words are on one line. These are a lot of issues that impacted my ability to generate revenue when I launched this book. Now, that being said, anybody want to take a stab at how much that book was generating when I launched it? You think it was making $50, $7 a month, maybe $100, $20? Patricia says hundreds, $50. Well, here's the thing. Honestly, I had that keyword stuff, that step 2, I had that figured out right away because I'm the SEO guy. I've been driving traffic, since 1999. That's really 1999? Yeah, really. I didn't have it all dialed in though. Now the good news is, old school. That's exactly right. The good news is it was doing pretty good. It was basically generating $200 to $300 a month, and I said, okay. You're starting to get somewhere. That's pretty good. If you had 10 of those, you're making life-changing income right there. You can do a lot with $3,000 a month. You can have a hell of a house. You can have a ridiculous car. You can travel like crazy. That's exciting. However, I had not yet honed my revenge formula to a razor-sharp edge. And really, what I wanted to do is I wanted to test out some new tactics and strategies. One of them included a book cover, and the other included giving the book away for free. And if you've been doing Kindle, you've probably heard about KDP Select. If you haven't, you should just know this. You can give your book away, and how you give your book away can have a huge impact on how much you make. I'm going to explain exactly how to do that in just a bit. Now, here's the cover today. It's pretty good. Man, I'm so excited about this, guys. Here's why. It's about version 2.5, and I'm going to do another version in about a month or 2. I can't wait to test that out. You see, I'm really doing this. This is fun, and I want this for you. If you're here for the money tonight, well, welcome. This is your opportunity, okay? I want you to grab hold of it. I want you to do this. Whether you buy anything or not, I want you to move forward. Let's talk about what I did with the cover, okay? First of all, I simplified. That last one was too crazy. A few pieces of fruit and vegetables, a smoothie, and words. Now notice smoothie recipe is in huge, bold words. 2 words. Remember what my target was? Wasn't my target smoothie recipes? Well, if someone goes to Amazon and they start searching Amazon and they type in smoothie recipes, and my cover pops out and it says smoothie recipes across the top, and it looks pretty professional, that has an impact. And really, this is subconscious. You have about 1/10 of a second to get the click. And if you create covers like this, that's exactly what will happen. Now, when I first got the cover back, my designer sent it back, and the background of the cover was far too light. Big mistake. The Amazon background is white. If you use a white background, your cover bleeds and goes away. It doesn't pop. It does not stand out. I sent it back. I said, I want a deeper, darker background. Doesn't have to be, super dark, but it has to have some contrast. And to further the contrast, I want a border around my book so it pops. And it does that today. Now, I was blown away. Remember, I mentioned the new cover, and I was going to give my book away. Can you imagine going from $200, $300 a month, and all of a sudden, you implement a few new tweaks and changes, and you hit $987? One of the things I've learned about internet marketing is you can spend so much time building and creating, and then if you just go back and refine and tweak, you can increase your income exponentially. That's exactly what I did. Now, like I said, I'm going to upgrade and I'm going to change the cover again, and I want you just to take a look, search for my book in about 60 days, and you'll see what I did. I'm not going to tell you because I'm going to hold that secret to myself. That's for me right now. It's my little special, I'm all excited about. But I also wanted to mention that green block. You guys see that green? You can see here we have units sold, we have refunds. So I had a lot of refunds, but it's not really that bad. It was about 4% refunds. The net sales are here, 423. And borrows, you can actually give your book away and Amazon will pay you. And that green block was how many books I gave away. And I actually gave away the Smoothie book 6,000 times. And that had a big impact on my reviews, on my Amazon ranking, on how Amazon promoted my book, and we'll talk about that as we move forward. Now, I want to let you know that that Smoothie book continues to make hundreds of dollars every single month. It plain works. So the cover is absolutely vital to your success. You can go and get some great covers at a website called Go On Write. It's actually pre-made covers. And you basically, you choose a cover that's made, and you submit your cover title and the author. And at that point, you can move forward. The author will edit the cover, send it to you, and it's taken off inventory. Great resource. GoOnWrite.com. Okay, let's move forward. A few tips before we do move forward, and that is no white background. That's a no-no. That's a boo-boo, and I don't want you doing that, okay? I want you to use a border. I want you to design for the thumbnail. I didn't really talk about that, but you should look at your book cover in a small version because most people are going to see your thumbnail as they're searching and scrolling. So your book has to look good as a thumbnail and have a clean design. So this is where I ask you guys, am I delivering? Does this, yeah, okay, you guys are catching my spelling, Terry, and I've got some issues. I'm a human being. Hannah Getty is a pen name that, yes, border. I mean border, and I spelled it wrong. Okay. Does this make sense, guys? Small, Jack, small pixels. I hope so, guys. I want you to do this. Just stay with me because this stuff is for real, right? And there's so much money out there. And if you have the ability to quiet your mind, focus your actions, and move forward, you'll be amazed at what can happen. I can help you with that if you want help. Now let's talk about reviews, okay? We want real reviews. We want reviews to happen over time. If you guys have bought Kindle, Amazon Kindle Elite, that's an awesome program. And Brad's got a club where reviews happen. But what I don't want you to do is don't go crazy. Okay, it's great if you have 100 reviews if you're Stephen King and your book's been out a while. It's not great if you have 100 reviews and nobody knows you. It's a brand new book. That just seems a little funny. So you want reviews to happen over time, and you just need a few seed reviews. Remember when I showed you my space book on that first slide? It had actually 14 reviews. You can see here it's got 16. And when I took the screen capture, it was number 1. And I wish they'd bring back these little badges because that just made me feel special. And they don't have that anymore. They discontinued the badge about 3 weeks ago. But I want to show you how I got those extra reviews. You can see here, remember I mentioned that book on space was number 1 for the entire month of June? Well, it's because I implemented my giveaway strategy in early May and early June, and that propelled my book to hold on to the number 1 position for nearly 6 weeks. And still, it's number 4 because I've created a leader. My book is a category leader. And here, you can see, these are real reviews that come in just automatically because I'm following my 6-step formula. I got a review here. It says, nice pictures, just the right length. Enjoyed reading it with my son. Remember I said the parent has to feel like this is the right thing, it's educational. Well, look at this review on June 6th. Very educational for my 5-year-old. He loves reading about space, and the book gave him a good history lesson. I want to mention right now, I am not advocating or telling anybody about, creating garbage and filling the Kindle shelves with virtual garbage. My books read well, and they read well because I follow my guidelines. We're going to talk about being reasonably prolific in just a minute. So the book launch, let's talk about what that is. What do you do actually when you have a new book that comes out? Well, as soon as the book comes out, you want a few reviews, okay? All you need, though, is really 2 or 3 because it's a small book. It's a children's book. It's not, the latest Anne Rice novel, or it's not the latest Twilight. You're not going to get 125 reviews in 12 hours. You're going to get a few. Now, step 5, and we're going to talk more about the book launch and reviews as we move forward. So I'm transitioning to step 6, okay? Now, step 5 is how I create books, and I've got lots of ways to create books. In fact, I've got stuff on my iPad that I'm going to be using to create books. I've got the children's books working for me. I'm actually creating a book right now on SEO and WordPress. Lots of ways to create books. I don't have a lot of time right now. We've already been going for well over an hour. But just know that once you start doing this, you'll see that it's really not as hard as you might think. So where are we at? Well, at this point, you've selected a book based on a selling topic. You've created a title based on keywords and Google. You're driving about 25% more traffic. That's a good thing. You've got a cover that looks like $1 million, and you probably spent maybe $5 or $10 on that. You can get that at Fiverr. You can go to the site I mentioned, Go On Right, and you've got a few reviews to begin the buzz. And now with step 6, which is called push button promos, I'm going to help you to give your book away. And when you do that, when you do it the right way, it has a huge impact on the Amazon search results. Here's how this works. Google's got an algorithm. It determines how web pages rank in the search engine. And Amazon also has an algorithm. And their algorithm is powered by a number of factors. One of the things is consumer interest in a book or a product. And one of the ways they can identify that consumer interest is how often something sells. Now, with a digital book, they can give it away for free. You can give it away for free, and Amazon counts that as consumer interest. So if Amazon sees that a smoothie book was given away 6,000 times in 1 month, they go, holy smokes, people are batshit crazy for this smoothie book. Let's give it away. Let's push it out. And they send out an email. They shoot up the Google search results, and that has a huge impact on your results. Not only that, all those people that download the book for free, well, guess what they can do? They can come back and they can review the book. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Now, here's how it works. When you sign up with Kindle, you have a chance to join the KDP Select program. What is the KDP Select program? Well, ultimately, you sign an exclusive deal with Amazon. You can't sell your book anywhere else for 3 months, 90 days. It's not really that long. I don't want you to feel like you're giving something else up because ultimately, you haven't sold a darn book yet. You're probably not a well-known author. You might not be here. And if you can give your book away and it can generate sales and it can generate reviews, that's a great thing. It can build your brand. It can build up your author name or your author pen name. Okay? So how do we use those 5 free days? You see, you get 5 free promotional days in that 90-day period. And I've tested this a million different ways. I did 1 day every 22 days, right? If you do 1 day every 21 or 22 days, basically you kind of run out at about the 75-day period, and then you've got another 90 days right after that. You're automatically enrolled again. Now, I also used all my days up at once. That was terrible. Don't do that. Do not use all 5 days consecutively. You're not going to get the most downloads. And when I talk about downloads, here's a book that was downloaded 7,467 times. Here's a book that was downloaded 2,207 times. Here's another book, that's the smoothie book, downloaded 6,000 250 times, and trust me, that had a huge impact on my marketing. And like when I say this is for real, and I come from a place that I hope you see that it doesn't get any more real than this. I hope you're paying attention because I want you to get those results. I said I did the promo in June. Here it is. I did the promo on June 6th and 7th. Here you can see 718 downloads during that time, and I got 2 reviews. It's simple, it's easy, and it just plain works. Again, do not use all 5 days consecutively. And here's why. You're not going to get as many downloads over the course of those 5 days. And what happens is the first day you might get 1,000 downloads. And the second day you're going to get about the same. Maybe 900, maybe 1,100. Let's say 1,000 downloads. Now on the third day it's going to drop a bit. I see it happen every time, every single time. You might get 750 or 600. Not too bad, but on the fourth day it's a little dismal. You might get 400 or 500, and on the fifth day maybe 300 or 400. So those last few days you don't have the impact that you do in the beginning of your promo. So instead, I like to do 2 days, take some time off, put my book back on the paid section, right? Then do 2 days again, and you're going to get more downloads. And then you use 1 day up by itself. Now, if it's a brand new book, you want to use all those days in the first month. Now, this sounds kind of unconventional. Most people don't advocate this. But let's be realistic. If you're going to give this a go, if you're doing this and you don't see results in a month, you're going to be demoralized, you're going to be depressed, you're going to wonder if it works, you're going to wonder if you should do this. You need to establish momentum. You need to see some sales. And you have a chance to use those downloads, and it's the new book period. So you want to do everything in your power to make Amazon take notice of your book. The more downloads are a great way to do just that. So I do 2 days. I wait about 2 weeks. I do another 2 days, and then I use the last day up whenever. Really, it's about using the 4 days and whatnot. Now, with established book, I just use 2 days when I need to. When sales begin to drop, I use a couple days. Now, I talked about that smoothie book. You know, I was testing this out for the 800th time, and I did a 5-day promo. I was trying some other newfangled ninja stuff that wasn't too impressive, so we don't need to talk about it tonight. But I'm really excited because I got 5 days, and I'm going to tie those 5 days to a new cover, and man, am I excited. You know, internet marketing is really fun when you start getting some results, and it gives you so much passion and energy and excitement, and I want that for you guys, okay? Now, I'm going to give you a few tips. We're kind of wrapping up here, okay? I want you to be reasonably prolific. Prolific means like lots of babies, but you know, reasonably. So let's say 4 or 5 is, holy smokes, that's a big family, right? Reasonably prolific doesn't mean use software to auto-create a bunch of crap and publish 100 books a month. That is not the system. Reasonably prolific means learn how to publish, get a few children's books under your belt, and then work with other people, have some outsourcers, do the book outlines, do the marketing research, and maybe you're publishing 5 books a month, 3 books a month. Maybe you've got a big team, you're full-time, and you're doing 10. If you do that and you follow these 6 steps, I want you to come grab me in 6 months because, my friend, you are going to be making some serious money. And remember, we're adding value. We're creating quality books. These read well. The covers are awesome. The marketing is smart. It's a better book. It's a better mousetrap. And formatting simplified. One of the things I found was kind of challenging for me as I moved forward was when I started doing books with a lot of images, the formatting was a pain in the butt. So I actually created a members website where you can log in and you can create books incredibly easy. It doesn't matter if you're on a Mac. It doesn't matter if you're on a PC. You log in and it's done. Here you can see you click Add New Publication, you title it, and if you want to, let's say, edit a book, you just basically click Show Pages, you click the page you want, so maybe you want reading books on your Kindle, you click Edit, and this is what it looks like. It looks like a Gmail screen, right? Or a word processor. You can bold, you can italic. And what's really neat is you just add the picture in and it resizes, compresses, and formats for you. You can align. You can actually make pictures bigger or smaller. You just pull them, and the software does it. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this because it just makes it easy. What I will tell you is I've actually got a coaching program right now. And within about 2 weeks of opening up the doors, we had, at the time it was probably about 300 members. And out of those 300 members, we had probably about 200 books created within a few weeks. They got the content, they got the strategies, they were publishing, and it just plain works. Now, you get a zip file, you go straight to Amazon Kindle, you click Browse for Book, you upload your book, and you're done. It's really that easy. Now, here's the thing. I've been doing this a while. I'm pretty good at it. I'm a good teacher. I hope you see that. I like to pride myself. I hope you agree with me on that statement. But what about people that are just getting started? What about everyday average folks that are trying to understand internet marketing? Does it really work for them? Well, I sent out a request for testimonials, and I'm so glad I did because I hadn't done this in a long time. I don't like asking for a testimonial. It's like, tell me how great I am. I prefer to let people say nice things, and I just say, can I use that? I'll show you some of those screen captures from Facebook where people say nice things, or my forum where people say nice things. But thank goodness I asked for testimonial because Brock said, holy smokes, your training and publishing to Kindle has changed my financial life. I now make over $1,000 a month. This is a real person that bought my training, and he's making $1,000 a month. This is Bob. Bob has been with me for many years. He's bought many of my products, and he says, yours was the training that stood out and helped me achieve success with Kindle. I'm now making $500 a month. This is a brand new student. Okay, look at the date, July 26th. This is not a testimonial. This is someone that just said, you know, this is an awesome program. I'm getting awesome results. You just keep doing this because, wow, it's working. She's published 2 or 3 books. One of the books she outsourced, and she says, 5 weeks ago, it's already made my money back. So she's made the money she invested. And her book is selling incredibly well. I'll tell you that. And she says, out of the first 2 books she's launched, they're both selling really well. And here's Julie. And Julie says, I'm so excited on June 15th, July 15th. I found my 2 books showing up on Google. And here is Kathy. Now, Kathy said, like, you know, Brian, I always credit you as the guy that helped me get started with internet marketing. Kathy is part of my family. These are real people. This is Bill. And he's getting results on Google too. Like, holy smokes. I did what he said. I'm making sales. I'm publishing books. I'm showing up on Google. I'm getting reviews. And lots of people are moving forward. I've shared with you real internet marketing. These are real methods. You've seen results from real people. And now it's your turn. And what I want to ask you guys is, I hope this was helpful. And what I want to know is, do you want to hear more? Now, I do have a coaching program going on right now. This is pretty exciting. I've trained many, many people. And what I want you to know, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, is I know for a fact a whole bunch of people are going to jump in and take action, and they're going to move forward, and they're going to get results. And you have that chance. You have a chance to draw a line in the sand and say, today is the day. I'm dead serious. And you need to be serious. I'm not pussyfooting around, and I mean that. I'm going to get a little, this is coaching, okay? I'm getting a lot of yeses. I'm just curious. We had almost 700 people, and still we've got 655 people here, and you guys are very, very attentive. And that tells me that I've done a good job. So this is called the Revenge of the Affiliates coaching. And it's called Revenge of the Affiliates because it's really my story. I was an affiliate for a long time, and I needed something new. I was tired of getting my ass kicked by Google. I was tired of starting over. So I invented this system, and again, revenge the affiliate. And I swore a few times, not too bad. I didn't drop the F-bomb. You can do this. This is not a digital product. I'm here to support you. You can leverage that formula. That formula can be the thing to help you out. And when you use that formula, Amazon is going to come along and going to support and sell your book. This is something that is rarely offered online. And when I say rarely offered, the last time I offered something like this was 2 years ago. This is what I love to do. I love to coach people, and yet the last time I did it was 2 years ago. You see, you're getting access to a proven formula. You're getting access to me. Not many people offer that. You're getting access to my Kindle formatting solution. That's Magic Bullet Books. And like I said, guys, this is for folks that are serious. Revenge of the Affiliates is a partnership between you and me. I will match your enthusiasm. If you've got questions, I will be there to respond to you personally. I did it for Melissa. That's Mel. She's the gal in the screenshot saying her books are selling awesome. I do it with Bill. Bill's actually a priest, a minister, a reverend, spiritual guy. I've got lots of people on the inside, and I want you to be one of those. If you can follow directions, okay, if you can follow directions, if you can follow my 6 steps, I can make it happen for you. So let me tell you about what this is. Now, module number 1 is valued at $197. Now, if you want to read, you'll download module number 1, and I'll walk you through explicitly exactly what that is, how to get started, how to choose the right niche. And if you'd rather watch videos, well, I won't make you slog through a 2.5 hour webinar. I've got 6 short and sweet videos that are topic structured, right? So I talk exactly about certain topics in 6 videos. And if you need to go back and you're like, well, what was that thing he said about I need to create a title based on 2 parts? Well, you'll find that in Module 2, which is Step 2. Now, these are valued at $197. And Module 2 is valued at $197. That's Traffic Revenge. And again, you can download the entire report. You'll have access to 7 videos that are live right now. You can watch those, you can study, you can learn. And what's really exciting is we've got pretty much a weekly live coaching webinar with me, Brian Johnson. I show up and I go over exactly the steps that are in written form, that are in video form, and if you've got further questions, I'll take your questions. And I go even more in depth. Now, those webinars are also available for replay. Now, Module 3 is the money multiplier, and that's also valued at $197. Again, if you like to read, you can download the PDF, you can get to it, and you can move forward. If you like to watch, you've got the videos, and you'll have access to live coaching webinars with Brian Johnson. I'll walk you through the steps to help you move forward. I'll kick your butt, and I'll help to keep you on track. I'll give you the tools to get the success that you so very well need. If you've never been a part of a true coaching program, well, friends, here it is. I'm talking a coaching program that's going to last another 2 months. This is it. The time is now. Module number 4 is Review Madness. That's valued also at $197. And I want to let you know, I did not blow up or trump up these prices. $197 is really a value that I think is pretty fair. I'm not saying this is valued at $1,000 and so on. And when we get to the coaching, I think you'll see that value. You get the PDFs, you get the videos, you get the webinars. And Module 5 is actually 3 modules in 1. Right now we have the children's book blueprint available. You can download that. You can watch the videos. And I'm going to be releasing 2 more modules on how to create books in the coming weeks. I'm really excited for personal books. That's module 5.3. And that's how to leverage other people's expert knowledge. You might know someone that's amazing with dogs, like how to feed a dog, how to create your own homemade dog food, how to train a dog. Maybe you know someone that's really into health and exercise. They're a yoga instructor, and you're sitting around having coffee, and they say, I'd love to make some extra money. Well, my module 5.3 will help you partner with that individual. You can leverage their expert knowledge, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. I'm really excited for that module. Now, Module 6 is push-button promos. It's also valued at $197. You get the PDFs, you get the over-the-shoulder videos, you get live coaching webinars. This took me an incredible amount of time. I knew I would launch this when it was ready, and it took me 400-plus days until I had a system down that I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt would produce amazing results for people. And already, we're just a few weeks into this program, and people are already making money and publishing. And you saw people showing up on Google. I mean, can I give you guys any more proof? When you get started, you're going to log into the members area. I want you to download the goal sheet. I want you to print it off and put it next to your monitor. So every day when you sit in front of the computer, that thing is going to stare you in the face and keep you on track, whether you like it or not. So you get the Getting Started guide. You get the goal sheet. Those are available. I've got videos walking you through those, and that's valued at $47. Now, I talked about the coaching webinars. You're going to get 12 weekly by-the-hand coaching webinars. These are valued at $497. Now, if I charged $50 for one webinar, that's $600. Like I said, these are real prices. This is truly what this is worth. I don't pitch. I don't sell you anything. You buy this one thing one time, and you're on the inside. Okay? Now, I shared with you some of the folks. Those folks have been with me since 2009. They keep buying because they get results, and it's what they're looking for, right? It's helping them to achieve the desired results and whatnot. You get access to a private members forum. You get access to a private Facebook group of over, I think we're at 600 people now. This slide needs to be updated. Now, that Facebook group helps to get reviews. It's some ninja stuff that I set up. Really what I wanted to do is I wanted to break down all the barriers between you and the money and give you a simple system that you can follow to do some stuff to get some money. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have to take some action. You're going to have to stay focused. And you're going to have to do some stuff. You don't have to write if you don't want to, but you have to do some stuff. I'm looking for serious individuals. You're going to get access to Magic Bullet books. That's a bonus that's valued at, oh my goodness, big burp. I don't know if you heard that. That was embarrassing. That's Magic Bullet books. That's a value of $297, and that's my gift for reserving your place today. It cost me a lot of money. I actually hired a programmer from Cambridge, UK. He worked on the thing for 7 weeks. Have you ever paid a developer 7 weeks full-time wages? It's not easy. That software is fantastic. It plain works. It's yours. It's my gift to you when you sign up. Now, this is a real-world adventure. This is a 3-month, really epic program. And it's got a real-world value of $2,317. Now, I'm not going to haggle. I'm not going to say it's going to be yours for $1,500 and then drop the price. I came on tonight, and I tried to be a real guy. I tried to show and demonstrate some real ideas, and I want you to be able to access this. So what I've done is I've structured this, and I took a big risk because I've got so much time invested in this program. You know, I'm not publishing as many books right now because I'm teaching, but that's okay because that's my true calling. That's what I love. I love getting those testimonials and seeing other people get results. So I go in and I tinker, I figure out, and then I help other people do the same. So for a one-time payment, for $697, you'll be able to move forward. You'll be able to hang out with people that are getting results. You'll be able to ask questions from a community that is moving forward. You'll have direct access to me. I will respond to you. Scout's honor, my hands on my heart. And I want you to get in now. This is the first time this program has ever been available. It's been out for a few weeks now. So if you jump in to Revenge of the Affiliates, the coaching program, I'm going to drop the price by $200 as an incentive. So the price right now is $497. Now, I'm going to let you know, our coaching webinar is going to be in the next several days. And this program has been active now for about 3 weeks. There are several webinars already have happened and they're recorded and you can access those. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show up and I'm going to hold a couple extra webinars for anybody that signs up this evening. And it's going to be like you're just getting started and I'm going to walk you through because I want you to be comfortable. I understand that if you feel you're behind, that might be apprehensive. I want you to not worry about that. I can handle it. I can ensure your success. And that's why I'm willing to go the extra mile and have a special webinar where I'm going to welcome you and guide you over your first week and a half to 2 weeks. I'm explaining exactly what to do. And you've got access to everything that everybody else does. You've got webinar recordings. You've got the PDFs. Everything is available. And I'll let you know that really when I get to 500 members, I will be closing the doors, and we're getting close because there's only so much Brian Johnson to go around. I get a fair amount of private messages. It takes up a fair amount of my day. And I get to a capacity and I have to close. So Revenge of the Affiliates, this coaching program, helping you to move forward with Amazon and Kindle, is yours for just a one-time payment of $497. And I want you to know that you've got a 45-day, no matter what, guarantee. If you're not happy, you get your money back. You keep the PDFs. You keep the knowledge. You attend the webinars for 45 days. And if you're not satisfied, you get your money back. Kick the tires. Come on in. Right now, not a whole lot of people have refunded. The refund rate is 8%. That's very little in internet marketing because it's working for folks. Now, I have structured a very special bonus for folks that buy tonight because here's what I know. Things happen in life. You might be thinking, this is really great. I got to talk it over. I got to look at my finances. I have to juggle some things around. I'm not sure if the timing is perfect right now. Maybe tomorrow. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it in a day or two. Well, here's the problem. Sometimes tomorrow never comes. It just doesn't happen. Have you ever thought, tomorrow I'm going to do this thing and it just doesn't work, doesn't turn out? I want you on the inside. This is good for people. It's helping them to achieve success. So I'm going to give you a bit of a nudge, and I'm going to provide a crazy bonus when you buy tonight, June 30th. And what that bonus is actually 2 additional modules, okay? You see, the 6 steps, I really don't talk about outsourcing, and that's very important. So I've created an additional module. You'll access the videos. You'll be able to go through and read about outsourcing. And I'm also going to have a second bonus module called Traffic Unlimited. And that's going to help you to leverage Facebook to do things like get reviews, drive sales, get more downloads, do all the things that can have an impact. So when you buy tonight, you're going to get access to these bonus modules, and that's valued at $197. I mentioned my family. I mentioned my community. I mentioned the people that have bought from me time and time again. This is Patsy. She purchased a coaching program for me in 2010. She made money. Not only did she make money with that program, she said it was the best investment that she has ever made. Man, that makes me so happy and proud. That's not a testimonial. I'm on Facebook hanging out, and Patsy says, man, that was really a wonderful investment that I made. Remember I mentioned sending out an email asking for testimonials? Well, this is Mario, and he sent me this. What a great investment. A mere 3 weeks after purchasing Brian's program, I had my first book published and made $600 in my first month. These are real people getting results. They weren't sure. They jumped in. They took a risk. And you have that same opportunity right now. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to jump over to this URL right now. And I'm going to ask Jason to actually open up the chat bar. And he's going to drop in this hyperlink to this page right here. revengeoftheaffiliates.com/Brad. Okay? And you're going to get access to that bonus that I mentioned. You're going to get access to the 2 bonus modules when you buy tonight. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to jump in and I want you to think about what this coaching program and what this training could mean to you. What's your number? What is the number that you need? Is it $5,000 a month? Let's just say hypothetically you want to make $5,000 a month. Well, what that would mean is you would leverage this information. You wouldn't have to worry about making mistakes and getting hung up and pitfalls because you could leverage what I put together to help you streamline straight to the money. You could publish 4 or 5 books like my smoothie book and you would be earning $5,000 a month. Now, that's hypothetical. Results vary. I've got a bunch of different books. Some make $100 a month. You know, maybe a children's book that took me 6 hours makes $100 a month. That's awesome. I can do a bunch of those in a weekend and make good money. Maybe I've got another book that makes $600 a month. I've got plenty of those too. Lots of ways for you to leverage this information and get so much closer to the goal that you're after all that much faster. You don't have to try to figure this out for yourself. You can go to that URL right now, revengeoftheaffiliates.com, and when you buy tonight, you're going to access that bonus, 2 bonus modules. Outsource it, which will guide you through how to outsource, what to ask for, what not to do, what to do. I talk about using all the big sites, very detailed instructions, because I've done it. I understand it, and I can teach it to you. And that's for anybody that buys tonight, Tuesday, July 30th. It says July 11th. I thought I had all the slides updated. But your receipt needs to say, for these bonuses tonight, guys, your receipt needs to say July 30th. And then you get the bonus, okay? Well, Jason, I hope this was insightful. I hope you guys have really seen the power of this opportunity. And just kind of logging in here and seeing what's happening.
Yeah, I have to admit, we do these from time to time, and there's few that I've been to that have had so many people engaging as much as they had with the Q&A and just so excited, and the positive comments that I see just about what you're presenting. Man, honestly, the content is awesome, considering the fact that your package that you've put together here and the bonuses are really great, but all that aside, what you gave up before you even got to that was really, really great information. I can't imagine how much time you put into that before you got to a point where it started working for you.
It took, honestly, it took me a while. It took me, I was making sales right away. I'll tell you that pretty much every time I publish, I make money. And that's very comforting. But what you want to do is you want to figure out how to publish faster, how to get it online and available for purchase so you can start making money. And beyond that, you want to figure out, how to sell more. What can you do to sell more books? And like step 1 and all the steps are exactly that. And, this is exciting, guys. A lot of people are jumping in. They see what's happening. I want to welcome. Holy smokes. Honestly, guys, we've got a lot of people coming in. I want to welcome you all. Congratulations. I'm really looking forward to working with you. Donald Hill just joined the Revenge of the Affiliates training program. Donald, what I want you to do, as I mentioned earlier, please log into the members area. That'll be pretty much automated. As you pay, you'll get some links and whatnot. You'll sign up for a username and password. And I want you to print off the goal sheet and get that near your monitor. And again, so many people are coming on board, and it's great to have a lot of people. You know, someone asked, I saw in the questions, you know, I've got some books, but they're just not selling that well. Can I use your system to improve the sales of my books? And what I want to say is absolutely. You see, you can take a book that you've already got available and you can put it through the 6 steps to identify what you can do to improve the sales. Maybe you get a new cover. A cover might cost $10 or $5. You can go to Fiverr and get a new cover based on my teachings to improve your sales. You can use step 6 to have a promotion to get more downloads, to get more reviews, and really do it in the right way to drive more sales. There's a lot of things that you can do to move forward. Kathleen, so far, Magic Bullet Books is only available for people that are in the coaching program. Really, you know, we just came out with this, and that program is attached to this coaching program. It's not available outside of the coaching program. It might be at some time in the future. We're just, you know, moving forward with the coaching program and so on. So, again, I wanted to welcome Donald to the coaching program. So wonderful to have you. And also, I want to welcome MCHIJ.com LLC. Now, that's not your name, but that's the receipt I see on PayPal. So, MCJIJ.com. Welcome again. One of the things, guys, too, is you're going to access the community section of the site, and I want you to get inside the forum and say hello and introduce yourself, okay?
Can I ask one that's popped up a number of times?
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of people are asking about pricing strategies. Several people have existing books, and they're wondering if they change pricing or they play with pricing, or if they have a new book that's coming out.
Yeah.
How do you normally address that?
You know, it's a really, really good subject. First of all, I do use some pricing strategies, but quite honestly, you know, I didn't talk a lot about it because I don't think, you know, it's as important as the name of your book or the cover and whatnot. Now, I'm going to share some ideas, but again, it's really about leveraging these 6 steps, and you're going to sell more books, so that's pretty awesome. As far as pricing strategies, when a new book comes out, I'm always going to want to price between $2.99 and $9.99 to earn 70% royalty. However, as soon as the book is available, I make it available at 99 cents, and I might, you know, let a few close friends or a relative know that they can download it for just 99 cents, and you're looking for feedback. The goal is to get your book out cheap so people can get it and review it right away. Because remember, I mentioned that 30-day period for a new book. And what you want is you want some reviews right away. And then you want to make your book available for free. So 99 cents, you contact a few friends, you get a few reviews, and then you make your book available for a 2-day period. And in doing that, what's going to happen is when your book is free, there's already some reviews there, and that's going to help you get more downloads. Now, right before your book comes off the free period, I raise the price to $2.99 because the only reason I drop it to 99 cents is to make it affordable for, you know, people I know to provide feedback. That's one of the pricing strategies I use. As far as, you know, other pricing strategies, I like to stay at $2.99, which is the cheapest you can be at, until I've got a lot of reviews and whatnot. After I've got a lot of reviews, I look at other books that I'm competing against. And if other books are at a higher price, I will do some price comparisons, and I will test out different prices to see where I can make the most money. But like the smoothie book, for instance, there are a lot of books that sell at $2.99, so I stay at that price, and I compete on value, and I compete on marketing, and I do very well. So awesome. You know, what I want to do is just welcome Premier Marketing, another new member. Business name is Premier Marketing. Welcome to the program. Really excited to have you here. it's going to be awesome. So as I mentioned, get access, get inside the forum. Guys, when you sign up for the forum, you're going to notice that you're going to send an email to one of my my kind of partner guys that helps me with the forum. He's Mario. Send Mario an email when you sign up. You'll see exactly how to sign up for the forum, and it might take 12, 24, 36 hours to get you in. Mario needs to approve you. We're just trying to keep people that are not in this program and whatnot outside of our forum, so we really have a private area and whatnot. Tom, welcome. Tom is just saying he just joined. Woohoo! And I feel you, brother. I get pretty excited about this too. I can feel your passion. This is my promise for anybody that wants a piece of this right now. Okay, I will match your passion. If you're here to make money, I will guide you. I will give you 100%. Now, that's within reason. You can't show up at my doorstep at 3 in the morning. I don't do support at 3 in the morning, but I make it a practice to be available and be around about 6 days a week. So if you want that, I want you to jump to this address right now so you can grab these special bonus items. And when you buy at revengeoftheaffiliates.com, you'll have access to that. Let's introduce and welcome some more people. MGF Gillard has just made a payment. So awesome to see you in the program. Again, welcome. And as I'm introducing people and welcoming them, I just see more and more people. I'm having a hard time keeping up. Market Tazzy Publishing, welcome. And Roy Deaton, so glad to have you. And Tiffany has joined. I think that's a business name, as well as Giraffe Web Marketing. So many people seeing the value, so many people excited to move forward and not only have, maybe you've got AK Elite, some software, you're having an opportunity to get some coaching to take it to the next level. And I think that's what makes us so exciting. But what I really want to do now is there anybody here and it might not be right for everybody. I understand that. But is there some people here where maybe you're close, you're thinking about it? If that's you, if you're thinking about it, I want to give you a really special bonus. Anybody that buys on July 30th, here's what I'm going to do. I'm willing to spend $40 out of my pocket. Now, does that sound ridiculous? And just be honest, guys, because I want to break this down. I want to be an honest guy. I want to show you the big picture, but I'm willing to basically spend $40 of my own money to have an amazing cover created for you. This will be a custom cover or a pre-made cover, and again, it sounds like it should be a drop in the bucket when you're charging $500. But, I pay 50% commission. I've got sales copy. I had to invest thousands and thousands of dollars for the software, so much. So really, $40 is eating into my profits quite a bit. But you know what? When I said I'm really, really excited and I'm motivated to get people to the next level, you see, it's not just about how much money I make. I get satisfied when I see results for people. So when you buy tonight, July 30th, you're going to get access to a killer pre-made cover that I will pay for you. Okay? So what's going to happen is when you buy tonight, you're going to send in your receipt, and anybody that's bought tonight, you get all this, guys. You get all the coaching, you get all the webinars, you get the amazing software, you get bonus modules, and now you're going to get a pre-made cover when you buy Revenge of the Affiliates coaching program tonight. Here's what I know beyond a shadow of a doubt. Mark my words. Right now, there are over 500 people in this program because earlier today there was about 450, and my iPad is lighting up like a Christmas tree with orders. And a whole bunch of those people are going to make money based on this purchase tonight. And I want to know if that's going to be you. What is it going to take you to push you over the edge and buy this thing, guys? You saw the results that are happening. Go to Amazon, check my books, see if they're bestsellers. Search Google for those keywords. I have nothing to hide because this is the real deal. And when you see that, you want to jump in. You want to take action. So anybody that buys tonight is going to get access. I'm going to spend $40 and you're going to have an amazing pre-made cover. Okay? I hope you appreciate that. I hope you're excited by that, and I hope it pushes you over the edge. Because like I said, unfortunately, you might decide that it's just not the right time. You might think, man, I just don't know if I can swing this. I've been there. Honestly, I just signed up for coaching myself. I have coaches. I want to go to the next level. It's scary spending a lot of money. This isn't a plug-in. This isn't a digital product. This is Brian Johnson putting himself on the line and spending a tremendous amount of personal time. I could be with my wife right now, and I'm here with you guys, and it's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, and it's 8 o'clock in the beautiful state of Colorado where I live. And I want you to jump to that URL. I want you to go to this address right now, revengeoftheaffiliates.com, Brad, and I want you to jump in so you get the bonus modules, you get the pre-made cover, because if you don't join now, you might not join. And you know what I don't want? This is what I don't want. I don't want you to be wondering, I wonder what would have happened if I would have bought that thing. I don't want you to be on a forum and then read about some guy that's been publishing and he got the thing from Brian Johnson and he just quit his job. I don't want you to feel like you blew it. You've got a 45-day money-back guarantee. You've got all the training you possibly need. You've got a system that's been meticulously whittled down to the core success elements. And you have a chance to jump in, get action, and get that money that you want. It's already happening for so many people. If you're trying to make an extra $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month, you can use my system to shortcut, publish, drive more traffic, make more money, and get to that extra money. It's going to happen for a whole bunch of people. I know it because I've done this since 2008, and I've seen the results, and you have that chance for yourself. So James Cody, welcome. And Red Peony Consulting, welcome. And the Stitchers Art LLC, another coaching customer jumping on in. And Lori and Thomas, everybody is welcome. I'm really excited. I want you guys to focus on the Getting Started module. I also want you to focus on getting inside of the forum. You're going to basically sign up and send an email. If you can sign up and send an email, you'll be set. I want you to make use of that forum and get in there because that's where we communicate. That's where we help one another. That's where we facilitate book reviews. That's where all the magic happens, okay? Well, I feel like this has been pretty successful. Did you guys, was this helpful? I hope this webinar was helpful for you guys, truly. Jack, my publishing name is Brian G. Johnson, and if you look at my Facebook, it's published under Brian G. Johnson. I also have a number of pen names that I use to publish, okay? And Hannah Getty is one of those pen names. Now, I don't make all my pen names available because I want to have some anonymity and privacy, but I make an awful lot of it available so you can see that this is really working. So that's the deal with Hannah Getty. So someone asked, do we need AKA Elite as well? You know, honestly, you don't. I'll tell you, AKA Elite is a wonderful software program. It's helpful for sure, but you can use my training that I showed you tonight to get great results. I really didn't use much software at all to develop all the results and proof that I showed you tonight. Now, you know, later when you're making money, you very well might want to invest in that. So Lawrence, I'm glad that you found this was very helpful and whatnot. And again, so many people jumping in and taking action and buying this. And again, I'd just like to welcome everybody. It's really great to have you guys here and so on. Let's do this. For those of you that purchased tonight, I want you to send an email with your receipt, because your receipt has got today's date, and that's going to how you're going to claim your bonus items. And you're going to label the email with the subject Killer Bonus, and just fire that off to brianjohnsoncoaching@gmail.com, and my assistant will be there to make sure you get taken care of in the morning. She's great. Her name is Hannah too, and whatnot. So really awesome, guys. So excited. And again, you know, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm vested in. I've got great results. I'm moving forward. I'm going to be publishing a handful of books in the coming days. I'm just starting to get, you know, past really the marketing webinars and whatnot, and I'm excited to get back and start publishing more books myself. Like I said, right now I'm writing a book about WordPress and SEO. I've got another children's book that I've needed to publish for a week or two. I've got another book that's being written by an outsourcer on weight loss and health. This plane works. And if you've ever tried to achieve success, if you've ever wanted a coaching program, you know, this is your chance to jump in and take action and make it happen. You know, we're going to be closing down pretty soon, and I don't want you to miss this opportunity. And quite honestly, this program is not available anymore. This was a special favor to Brad. He was like, Brian, you got to let my people get into this. I know the program's been going for a couple weeks, but, you know, it's either now or never. I don't know when I'm going to have this program again. I'm sure I'll teach it at some point, but it might be 6 months. You can access all the materials, all the training. You can show up to the webinars. So I want you to jump over to this address, revengeoftheaffiliates.com/Brad. And I want you to start taking positive action to move you forward towards the money. And I want to welcome Robert. Robert, great to see you. And Kenneth also joining us tonight. So many people coming in, taking action, wanting to be a part of this truly unique program.
Hey, Brian, I just want to also add, I mean, there's a lot of people that have done a lot of these courses in the past, and I do want to stress one of the things that you brought up is just the difference in the type of course this is. This is legitimate coaching. It's not, you know, here's a software package or here's an ebook and, you know, best of luck to you. It's a lot more hand-holding. It's a lot more personal than I think a lot of these folks are used to. And that's a major difference in, I think, a lot of what's out there today. And you do care. You can hear it in your voice. You do care about how well these people do after you pick up a project, pick up the product like this, and you do care that your customers are very happy and they actually succeed. And like I said, that makes you really stand out versus a lot of the other folks in this industry.
Well, thank you, Jason. I do my best. I try damn hard. It could be a frustrating industry for me, but you know what really draws me to this industry? Like I said at the beginning, that wasn't just something I made up for marketing, is that, number one, I like to have fun. I enjoy this. It's fun for me. It's not always fun. I have to treat it like a job sometimes, right? I just have to discipline myself. But most of the time, I really enjoy it. It's fun to tinker and whatnot. And number two, I want to see people get results. I mean, who does a 12-week coaching program and does 12 webinars? I mean, how many gurus do you know that offer 12 weekly webinars? I can't think of any. Now, these guys are great, and I respect the hell out of them, and I pay them all kinds of money, and I study and I learn because I want to grow as a marketer too, and it's what I do for a living. But yeah, I do care, and I do want to see results, and that's why I've structured this kind of program as I have, and that's why I haven't done it in a while. You know, last year was a big departure. I started from zero. You know, one of the things I did when I started, Jason, is I didn't use my list. I didn't publish under my own name. I started out from ground zero. Hannah Getty was a pen name I invented because I didn't want people to know what I was doing until I was good and ready. You know, the first few books I published under Hannah Getty weren't my top earners. They do okay. They still sell today. But after I started doing it again and refining and whatnot, then the results started to come very fast. It was very exciting. And that was really the fall for me. And, you know, the beginning of this year, I knew I was going to do this program. And in May, I said, it's time. Right now, go. And I haven't lifted my head up. I've just been, you know, this is my entire focus right now is moving people forward. You know, I've got other things going, absolutely. But this is my primary driving force. You know, we're going to show up and we're going to have a coaching webinar in a couple nights. Now, what's really good about this one is it's going to be a hot seat webinar. So if you guys are just getting started, no problem, because like I said, you're going to be able to see what other people are going to, what they're doing. You're going to be able to absorb some of the knowledge that I'm going to share, and you're going to be able to jump on another webinar just for you guys with me, and we're going to start at the beginning. And I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to spend more time to ensure success, to make you comfortable, and to get you in the front door. You know, I want to mention something about why this is an event, like we said it was. Anytime you do something the first time, it's special. Does that make sense, guys? You do something for the first time, and man, that was so amazing. Do you remember when you were a kid and you would play, and you did something for the first time, and you tried to duplicate that experience, and you couldn't quite do it? Man, it's something about the first time, right? And the first time I launched my Halloween coaching program was really special. 500 marketers moving forward, getting results, and that's what we did. It was special. It was an event, and that's what we're doing right now. And really, you don't have much more time to get in. The doors are closing in the next, really, this offer is closing down in 3-4 days because I can't let people join, you know, on August 20th. It's just too far down the line. We're too far into the training. It's not going to work. I'm not going to keep going back to webinar number 1 every time 10 people buy. I can't do it. It's physically impossible. These webinars take an incredible amount of energy. That's why this is an event. I want you to jump in right now, guys. What I want you to do is go to this address, revengeoftheaffiliates.com/Brad. I want you to jump in and get the bonus modules, Traffic Revenge. I want you to get the bonus module, Outsource It. I want you to get a pre-made cover on me. Let me flip the bill. That's an asset. That's a card you're going to be able to play. When you step up to bat, you're not going to release a book with a ho-hum cover. It's going to look like $1 million, and it's going to help you to sell more. This is an opportunity that you don't want to miss. So I want you to go to that address and jump in and get with me. This is your chance to get with a marketer that's doing it. Full time, baby. I call my own shots. If I don't want to work hard, I don't. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I need a breather. If I want to work hard, I do it. I've got the freedom to decide, and you can do the same thing. So who's on board? We've got Kenneth has joined. And, so many. Rebecca King. I'd like to welcome Rebecca and Kenneth. And Duncan McElroy, welcome. And Rick, so good to have you. And Tracy. Wow. Hey, you know what's funny, Jason?
Me talking on mute.
Well, it's funny in your brain. It's not funny in my brain until you tell me. And then I go, I've done that. I've talked for 1.5 minutes. You know, I've been all fired up.
What's that?
We talked a few times today, didn't we?
Yes, yeah, a couple times.
And I kind of said, you know, here's how this is going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, like, a lot of people are like, you know, don't do a long webinar. It's got to be short. And everyone's got these ideas. But I'm like, this is how we're going to do it. And this is what's going to happen. And I think really what I said is going to happen has happened. We've got
Yeah.
so many people that have bought tonight, and we talked about it. And I think you guys are coming in because you see this as an opportunity. This is a chance that comes along and goes. And I knew exactly what was going to happen. I figured we'd have 700 to 900 people on the webinar. I think we maxed out at, what was the max? Did you ever see, Jason?
It was in the 700 range. I didn't catch the exact number.
Yeah, exactly. So we had about I thought we'd have 700 to 900 people here. I thought we'd have about 400 people at the close. And yeah, I'm selling something. I spent a lot of time on this, guys. Please don't hate me for it. It's not evil. Selling's not evil. This is real information that you can leverage. And I kind of figured, we'd have about 300 or 400 at the close, and we'd sell 40. And I'm guessing we sold 35 or 50 or 40. And Big Eye Publishing, I'd like to welcome you. And SB Enterprises, welcome to you as well. And Tracy, so good to have you. And here's your chance. If you can't leave the webinar, but you're just afraid to buy. You've got a 45-day period to test this out, to try this out. You've got 45 days of free learning. Now, I like to be honest and open. I didn't say you don't have to do anything. I didn't say you push the button and you make money. I didn't say that. What I said is you don't have to write. I recommend that you do. And I'll bug you about it, but you don't have to. And you have to focus, and you have to give me a bit of time. Not a lot, but just a bit. And if you can do that, I can help you get results, and it won't cost you anything for 45 days. If you're not satisfied, you get a refund. You've got some amazing bonuses, and I want you to make a decision that allows you to move forward and get results. I've done that for many years. I've helped people achieve online. I get results myself. Do a search for Brian G. Johnson. Go on the Warrior Forum. Look me up. You're going to see a lot of positive stuff about what I've done. I've been around. And I want you to be part of my family. I want you to send a message to me on Facebook, and I want to personally use that in the next webinar I do in a year or 6 months or 2 years. You have a chance to get with me. When's the last time a guru promised that? It's not cheap. I don't come cheap. I'm not a $7 plugin. Can't do that. It's not what I do. It's not what I'm about. I forge relationships. I forge alliances with people, and I leverage that and build success. And you have a chance to be a part of that success when you go to revengeoftheaffiliates.com/Brad. So what do you think? Do you guys have any questions? Tom, welcome. Good to see you, buddy. And thanks for picking it up. James? All right, James, I'll do that, buddy. So if anybody has any questions, we'll take questions for a few minutes, and I think we're going to move forward. So Dr. Schwepp, can I recap everything you get? Absolutely. You get access. Let me do this, okay? So I'm going to try to, sometimes it's a little slow. I'm going to drop out of the PowerPoint and show you the members area. You get access, and it's having a little bit of a hard time. Let's try this. Okay. Cancel. Let's try to do this. All right. So what do you get? Well, number one, you get access to me, right? You get access to a forum where you can ask me questions. You can get with other members. I really want you guys to understand. I'm going to go through this over several minutes. And hopefully you can see that this is a package that's worthy of $500, right? And Janet, I'd like to welcome you. Great to have you on board. Big Eye Publishing, I don't know if I said that. Maybe you're named after tuna. SB Enterprises, I think I welcomed you. So people still jumping in. So here we are. It's a lovely membership, very well organized. I spent a considerable amount of time really trying to make it easy. So when you log in, you'll notice there's like a little message, new updates. You click this. It explains what I've added to the site when I add new information, right? So you can see that. Here we have the top navigation. Watch this first. I explain what to do when you get started. You can read about it. You can watch the video. Very well organized. The downloads is right here. Now, the program is based on the 6 steps, which is the revenge formula. And here I've got a page on the 6 steps. So step 1, step 2, step 3. And if you go to modules, you'll see it's the same steps. So here's module 1, piggyback promos. So if you come to that, you'll see 6 videos plus a PDF file you can download. If I were to click that, you'd see the PDF file. It's all ready to go. It's a lot of content. I really walk you through every part of achieving success. And step 1 is the niche research and whatnot. This is a 15-page PDF. I'm going over Amazon. I'm talking about critical elements of success. There's flow charts, images, screen captures, and so on. I talk about goals, money considerations, and you can read that or you can watch the videos. Now you can watch the videos on an iPad or a Galaxy tablet. You can watch them online, and you can have access to this membership forever. Now, if you want all the downloads in one area, you click the downloads. Again, pretty easy to understand where everything is, and here it is. Again, here's Module 4, ready to download. Here's Module 5.1, Children's Book Blueprint. This is a great module. Really explains exactly how to move forward. I walk you through it. And it's all there to help you, to give you what you need. If you like to read, I've got you covered. If you want to watch, I've got videos that break down the exact steps. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're wondering, what was that thing about naming my book? You don't watch a 2-hour webinar. You come right here to Video 7, Module 2, Book Naming Formula. Okay, and it's actually right here, Google Ranking, Page 1 Listings. It's in this area here, but I basically go through everything you need to know, and instead of trying to chunk through a 2-hour webinar, you get exactly what you need. Now, if you go to the community, you'll see actually we've got a Facebook page that helps you to get with other authors that are moving forward. Currently, we have 624 members. You can see this is actually Mario. He helps me with the forum. He's the guy you're going to email and so on. We've got the forum. It's been live now for a bit. You've got a lot of the members are publishing books. You can see them right here. You can see what they're doing. And you can help them. You can ask them questions. Now, another thing we have is we've got our forum where you can log in and share ideas, ask questions, and so on. And that's located right here. Okay, you can see here I've got a fair amount of posts myself. I think I've got like 1,000 posts. I address people. I answer them. I help them. I'm here every day, and so are a lot of people. So you really have not only just a coaching program and materials, but a community and a lot more than that. So I hope that helps, and that's really what you get. You get access to me. You get webinars. You get all that good stuff. All right, guys, so let's go back here. Thanks a lot for hanging out. We've been here quite a while. We're going to be wrapping it up pretty darn soon. If you guys have any last questions, jump in, take action. And in fact, I see some more sales notifications. Jeanette, I think I welcomed you, but definitely tons of emails are coming through. It was a pleasure to spend time with you. Thanks again. I hope to see you soon. Jason, do you have any last words before we move forward and kind of end things for the night?
The only possible thing that I could say to end this properly right now would be the same thing that everybody else is saying, And it's honestly, thank you for taking out the time. Thank you for putting the content out there. Thank you for, I mean, people, I love it when people do it. They're like, tell me all your pen names. Tell me all your books. Thank you for telling us any of them, and thank you for giving us some legitimate case studies to show that what you're doing is actually something that you have done and something that you're teaching can be executed by anybody out there. So I really appreciate you putting yourself out there and really giving us that much amazing content on top of the fact that, you know, the coaching program in and of itself is a great offer. So for all the time that you put in, for all the time that you've taken out of your own day, I want to say on behalf of everybody on the call, I really appreciate it.
No problem. It was an absolute pleasure. More people coming on board. Awesome. Scott, welcome. And AG Company picking up the coaching program. Brian's running out of voice now. Well, like I say, I don't know how to give up, you know, and I keep going and I match people's enthusiasm. And if you're ready for success, it's knocking at your door. It's like, hey, I mean, did you see this? Make it happen, guys. I want you to go to that address, revengeoftheaffiliates.com/Brad, and I want you to invest in your future. I want you to invest in a system that was meticulously crafted over a 400-plus day period. I've done the homework. I've got the results. I've gotten results for my students time and time again, and you have a chance to be that person. How long are these books? James, the space book is 1,200 words. The smoothie book started out at 7,000 words, and that was recipes, and that was completed in a 2-week period. Very easy because it was recipes using a special system I have. Okay. Now, after the smoothie book was selling well, I invested some more money to make it even better, and I talk about how I do that and why I do that. And again, it was no sweat off my back. I paid someone a couple $100, took it out of the $900 I made in January, and improved the quality of my book to continue to make sure I have a winner down the line. Many of my books are very short. Some of my books are 3,000 words. Some are 10,000 words. It really just depends. All right, guys, we're going to shut her down. You've got about a minute or two right now to make this happen and jump in. So thank you so much for spending so much time. revengeoftheaffiliates.com/Brad. I want you to jump in and be a part of this event, this coaching experience. It won't be the same when I do it again. I'm just going to be honest with you. It won't be the first time I release this. And that makes this special. And it makes it special for you because you're here right now. So I want to welcome Dr. Raleigh. Welcome. Great to see you here. And Scott Markham, welcome to you as well. So many people picking this up, and it's a pleasure to see everybody. You guys have another few hours to get access to those bonus items. So if whatever reason you were not able to buy right now, and so many of you have bought, so thank you for that, you've got a few hours before these bonus items are off the table. This program will no longer be available in the coming 3, 4, 5 days. I think I put the last day it'll be available is like August 3rd. I wasn't really planning on making this available, but Brad asked me because he just came out with this Kindle stuff, and he said, you know, my people need to see what you have. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. My name is Brian Johnson, and regardless of what you do moving forward, take action and believe that it can happen, because that's where success is found, in believing that it can happen. Thanks, guys.